Teachers must be very careful about what they say and do in front of a class. An angry teacher can affect a child, especially a learning disabled child, for the rest of his or her life, both socially and emotionally. What frequently happens to a learning disabled child is that he gets into a cycle of failure. A child studies hard for a spelling test, he does poorly, and he is told by his parents and teacher to try harder. He again studies long and hard, but fails again.
We need to have a talk.
His parents tell him that if he doesn't try harder and do better, he will lose some home privileges. But no matter how hard he studies, he just can't get it. The child begins to expect failure and does fail. This can lead to the students dropping out of school, becoming a delinquent, or withdrawing socially. The learning disabled have many special needs. At home, a quiet area to study should be set aside, free from as many distractions as possible. The work area should be as bare as possible, as everything is a distraction, from a paperclip to a stack of pencils.
Don't you think these are getting in your way?
Turn off televisions and stereos.
Hello? Oh, hi, Linda.
A distant conversation or an open window may be the most overlooked distractions.
Yeah.
Keep a regular schedule of meals, leisure time, and study time. A regular schedule cuts down confusion. Children will know what is expected of them and when.
Give me that back.
No, take
yes,
it.
I was reading it.
Huss.
No, it's my magazine.
It's mine.
It's mine.
No.
It's mine. Mom.
Don't give extra privileges to your learning disabled child over the others. Discipline should be brief and consistent.
Well, don't you think you could wait until she's through?
Okay, have you got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on to number 5. Okay, read that one.
Your child will probably need your help to get through school. You don't have to do the work for the child, but sometimes someone to read or write for him or her is very helpful. A little extra help and encouragement can make a difference between a passing or a failing grade.
Just go ahead and... Okay, get started on that report and I'll see you tomorrow.
In school, teachers should be discreet when giving extra help. Learning disabled students don't want to draw other students' attention to the fact that they are different.
What I want you to do is finish Oliver Twist, and then I want you to go back and pick out the protagonist and the antagonist. And remember, there can be more than one, okay?
Okay.
Got that?
Yeah.
All right. Here.
Thanks.
All through school, I never used the resource teacher or the resource room very much because I didn't want my friends to see me in there. So that's where the weird kids hung out. And being considered normal is really important in school.
Some of my friends don't really care if I have a learning disability. If they say something and I don't care and they go, huh? They say, you heard me. They don't care.
The kid's just not trying, is what exactly were her words. He was not trying.
What can be done? Well, the first thing is the problem needs to be identified. We have to admit that there is a problem and become determined to do something about it. Next, determine where the student needs help. Meet with the child's teachers and school principal. Find out where the child is having difficulties. Make a complete case history of the child's life. This should include any problem during pregnancy, any diseases early in life, any head injuries, or any behavioral problems that occurred during or before school years. Physical testing is another essential part of the analysis. The problem could be just a sight or hearing problem, both of which are easily corrected.
And if you come to
a thorough series of academic testing is essential to pinpointing the problem. Such testing is provided free by the school. After the testing, obtain a written report containing the test findings. Set up an individual education program, or IEP, to suit your child. This is guaranteed to all handicapped students under Public Law 94-142. Public Law 94-142 is quite extensive. Unfortunately, there isn't room in this film to cover it all. Parents and educators that deal with learning disabled children should get a copy and read it. This can be obtained from your local, state, or national association for children and adults with learning disabilities. Sometimes social or psychological counseling is necessary if a child has gone through a long series of failures and social problems in school.
Just jump at me. Nothing
I do have my disagreements with people, but as Mr. Fredrickson says, I can really push some people's buttons.
I can go up to anybody and talk to them, but just getting along with them that I can't do.
It bothers me sometimes that I don't have many friends. It's hard for me to trust people.
Help is available through your local, state, or national association for children and adults with learning disabilities.
That's something that's...
They will be able to answer your questions as well as help you in getting the services that you have a right to receive. This is also a great way to meet people that are going through the same things that you are, or have worked their way through them and can give you advice and support. Probably the best thing a parent can do is teach their non-learning disabled children, as well as their learning disabled children, about learning disabilities.
It does not mean that he's retarded.
What have your parents told you about LDs, learning disabilities?
You know, we don't talk about it. I mean, you know, it's just like, you know, they know I have one. I know I have one. We don't sit down and just have these big, great old discussions about it, you know.
Not much, and I learn it on my own, because I read a lot. If I want to know something, my dad tells me.
My parents really didn't tell me a whole lot about learning disabilities. I really didn't want to have anything to do with it in school.
Probably the biggest thing is never give up. A learning disabled child has the same goals and ambitions as any other child.
If you could be anything you wanted to be, what would that be?
System programmer.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
The money is. It's also fun. You get to meet lots of people. Without you, a lot of businesses are dependent on you. If you don't write this program, their business will crash. And I like having that sense of great responsibility.
I'd like to be able to teach math, but I can't do that because I don't know how to do math. And I want to be a mechanic, but it's getting really hard because you have to know math.
All through school, I wanted to be a photographer, but the last few years I've decided I wanted to be a movie director. And I'd also like to teach people about how learning disabilities affect kids. And so that's why I decided to produce and direct this film.
For more information on learning disabilities and what help is available to you, contact the Association for Children and Adults with Learning Disabilities, or the National Information Center for Handicapped Children and Youth. Either of these agencies can give you help in locating your local group.